Hello and welcome to Wildlife Cam. It's been a frustrating week because it turns out that the crack on the camera caused by the elephant last week is a bit more complicated than I thought it was. It's not just on the glass, it seems to go down to where the glass meets the camera body, so I can't exactly see where it's cracked and where it isn't. So I did dry it out and seal it up with silicone and put it back at the waterhole, and then we immediately had some rain, just a small amount, so the camera filled up with water again and it damaged the SD card. So I brought it back in for a few days, dried it out, sealed it up, put it back, and then we had some more rain, another couple of millimeters, which got into the camera and damaged the SD card. So now what I've decided to do, I just ordered a new camera. Luckily they're quite cheap. I'm not sure how much you have to pay for a camera that's elephant proof, or even if there is such a thing, but I'm sure I can't afford it. And so with the existing camera, the broken one, I'm going to dry it out in its own time and then put an excessive amount of silicone on it, and hopefully that fixes it, so I'll have a spare camera. It has been mostly quite cold with a fair amount of drizzle this week, but we did have a few sunny days, so that brought the birds out. I'm sounding like a stuck record now, but not a lot of action on the trail cameras again, although that's partly because of the way I'd positioned the other trail camera, because I had no videos for the first 5 days, so I had to test it and see, and it just wasn't triggering. They can be very fiddly, these cheaper trail cameras, when it comes to the motion detection. So I did reposition the other one and put it very low down, only about 1.5 feet above the ground, so that should be interesting. And I did get a couple of clips after that. Very fitness conscious monkey doing push-ups while drinking. one of the messiest nest builders of all the weavers, but they do use little twigs, which is quite difficult. Most of the weavers use grass or they strip palm fronds, so they do a pretty good job, I think, considering the materials that they're working with. That's what it will hopefully look like once it's done. The tadpole army growing stronger. They were feeding on tadpole eggs. I'd hauled some out of the swimming pool and I put them into the pond, but I didn't realize that these guys would be feasting on it. And if you look very closely, it's not easy to see, especially the ones in the foreground out of focus, but they have popped out some tiny little back legs in the last few days. Not the best view of a porcupine, but this was one of the very few videos that I actually managed to get from the waterhole before the camera got wet. The jackals need to be sneakier to catch a scrub hare. It's never going to catch it in a straight race. This hummercup is the main threat to the tadpoles in the pond, but hopefully there are enough of them and they're close enough to leaving that there'll still be quite a few of them that make it. And if the population does get thinned out, it means you won't have 1,000 noisy toads in the garden every night during summer. Thanks for watching.